I missed a lot of enjoyment these last 5 years, so I'm gonna be picking back up. You know, I'm gonna be keeping. Maybe in 3 years I'll be in Japan hanging out. Doing something fun, going checking out a new Japan show. Maybe go check out Fuck on the Beach. Check out some cool grindcore bands that they have over there.
Fuck on the Beach.
Yeah, they're really good actually. They're really good. Check out Fuck on the Beach.
Have they ever played on the beach?
Probably. Knowing them, it wouldn't surprise me.
Was there fucking on this beach?
Knowing them probably as well, yeah.
What am I doing in Denver? Passing the time until I remember. Feeling like Waka have gone to November. Mom prays I'm back for December. Cause I left on a whim, left the house to my next of kin. Frustrating, game of life not winning. Funny, my family told me I was killing. Cause I write rhymes when I make Instagram posts every time. Every picture works on the craft, lyrics whack, okay, as long as I make you laugh. But a one way to Colorado, curve edge or Desperado. Means they live like no tomorrow. Hit up Drew for a couch to borrow.
Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know. Up here in the same flow, I'ma sound like an asshole. I'm real repetitive, yo. Life giving me them blows, not them good ones, though. More like ludicrous elbows. Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know. Up here in the same flow, I'ma sound like an asshole.
Dreamed it Halloween in Denver. Change the seasons, night to remember. Black box, logo dubstep.
Yo, you got like mad talking. I ain't get nothing about, like, so maybe a little touch, but I ain't get nothing about Mike the person, dude. It's fucked up. So that might happen next time, but I'm gonna just hit you with the life questions because that's a cheating way of getting Mike the person.
Anyway. Yeah. Well, yeah.
So here's the gauntlet right now of life questions. The first one is my famous question. What is your goal in life?
Oh well.
It's like hard transition from Iron Man.
Yeah. Oh, I mean goals. I don't know, man. Like they're simple in certain aspects, but I mean like the main, and it's not even like in the sense of like it's not even self-help or anything like that. The main goal is to be happy. Clearly, and I'm in a good place now, so like it's becoming attainable. You deal with enough depression in your life. You kind of lose, like your hand goes from reaching to resting.
Yeah.
But like that's the main one. But other than that, I mean, shit, man. Like I'd love to, like simple shit. I'd love record label. Do things, and not even in the sense of like that grand scale. It's just simple. Like hey, I can help. Like hey, you have an idea. You have this album, and you can't do anything with it. I can give you.
I'm like it depends. It depends what you want to do. But because like part of the first thing you said that in my mind, I'm like, well, I can show you right now in like 5 minutes. Like,
oh no, of course.
But it also depends, like, because I have a noise artist friend and he does like doing physical. I have no interest in that. So he does do physical media, also, but I've taught him how to do digital stuff because I know that like inside and out.
Yeah.
But then you might also want to do the old school label stuff too. Like you might actually want to help them. In other like A&R stuff.
Yeah. That's like because my thing would be more or less with that. It wouldn't just be like, oh, like I can press your tape or vinyl.
Yeah.
I would want to be like, hey, like, if you guys have an idea for a tour, come to me with like, I can do what I can to help you with that. Like
management.
Yeah, like and not even the full extent, of like I'm gonna be your tour manager or anything like that. I mean, but just in the sense of like, because like my goal, it's why I do what I do, like with that Facebook page.
Yeah.
Because I could fucking talk about all the bands that are coming out, like Cannibal Corpse. Everyone fucking knows this band. There's no reason for me to be like new Cannibal Corpse album, guys, because everyone already fucking knows. Like, but
the other people.
Do you know who Lugubrious Children are? Like,
no.
Do you know who fucking like Dead
I'm
Infection?
I'm not gonna know any of this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, but like, and that's the thing, like.
I still feel like you need to change that streaming platform though, man.
No, I need to. I mean, I gotta get a whole new computer. My computer blew up.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah, that sucked.
I'm telling you, like, there might be something better than Twitch, but I mean, like, that wouldn't be the worst place to start out.
Well, I'm gonna actually, when I get that thing up and running again, or even if I have to get a new one, I'm just gonna straight up, like, when I get those kinds of finances right, I'm just gonna straight up start a radio station, like online, because like what I do is. It just basically jacks into iTunes, which jacks into a podcast type stream.
Yeah.
So it's not really anything special, and it only works on certain medium, which is that's the issue.
Yeah.
But Yeah,
you can still broadcast the video thing on Twitch though.
Yeah.
Just like add it on Twitch, like because you never know.
Which I would like to do because there's also goals to do. Like people want me to stream Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So
of course you should be doing that. That's a given.
Yeah,
that's a given.
People want me,
and it's built in.
Yeah, exactly.
It's built in that thing.
People want me to stream Street Fighter and this and that, and I want to. It's just like that's the thing though, man. Like I love these games.
Yeah,
but they're not my life. Like they're part of it.
You got streaming 40 hours a week, but anytime you play, you should just hit the stream thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. And like, it's just like a lot of things are just like, in a sense, priorities because it's different, man. I've lost a lot of this.
Yeah.
In like the last like year and a half, 2 years.
What do you mean?
Like, it's much more. It dives further into my personal shit. Like it's just drinking.
Okay.
Drinking and like drug abuse and stuff like has really severely affected me, which is why like I had those hospital stints and like those medical issues. I mean, like, dude, like people would have conversation with me. I'd have conversation with my brother, my mother, anybody. Hey, Mike, what are you doing today? Oh, hey, I'm here at the house. Blah 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 blah. I'm day off. I'm just doing things around the house. Oh, cool. Hey, you want to go do something in like an hour? Blah 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 blah. Or like, hey, is it cool if I come over? Whatever. I'd be like, yeah. That'd be gone.
Yeah.
Like not even within like 30 minutes, gone. All of a sudden, people, like, hey, what are you doing? Like, I'm outside. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing at my house? Like, wait, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, and then all of a sudden, it's like I look back at the text messages, or like couldn't even recall like the conversation over the phone.
Yeah,
and it's just because of like severe mental blocks that I put in place aside from like just drinking like heavily, and that's why I say like to be happy is like the main goal because I know what it's like to not be happy.
How does one go about?
Don't just reach forever. Like, even though maybe some things aren't attainable, don't ever say it's not. Truly, I mean, and that's that's some like self-help shit.
Yeah.
But like,
it's real shit. Though.
But that's, I mean, like, I don't like that music page that I do on on Facebook.
Yeah,
I know that people don't really pay attention to it.
Yeah,
but that keeps me happy. Like
that
keeps me like, even though maybe 30 people see the post.
Yeah,
but like once one person's actually like, whoa, cool. Like that to me matters.
Yeah,
even though that's one response.
But I'm still saying like, yeah, obviously building the big thing is always hard, and that's still always possible. But I still feel like for what you're doing, that you can easily have a little community for that.
Oh, of course.
That's what I'm saying. But I just feel like, man, that distribution network is ass. Yeah. like the one you've been using.
No, yeah. No, it is. It totally is. It totally is. And that's the thing. Like, and that's why, like things for me, like in this time in my life, like, or when I was starting all that shit, it's all baby steps, man. Because like I wasn't
for sure.
Like, man, I wasn't like, man, dude, like this year, like, I got $3,500 gone for the AC for the house, a whole AC unit.
Yeah.
$1,000 for the water heater. I got the sink now, which is going to be fixed tomorrow. I don't know. It'll probably be like $200-$300, which that's not bad, but like it's just constant.
Yeah, like it doesn't stop.
And that's the thing. Like that's something that I neglected a lot of, and that's my fault. Like it's different. Like I don't exactly know how deep these shows get, but like when you're told by your father that you're a mistake, that this doesn't exactly, that doesn't speak volumes of happiness for somebody, that really shut down a lot of myself.
My mom confirmed that to me. like I think this year I used to always say as a joke because I'm like 15 apart from my siblings.
Yeah.
So I used to always tell people like, yeah, man, I was a mistake for my parents, blah, blah, blah. Like, they were just probably horny that night. And then my mom's super religious. And she's like older now. She's like 75. But so she doesn't like just flat out say it like that. But, she's like, yo, Abraham, honey, like, I just want to say like, or I don't remember. We were talking, so it wasn't like random or something. But like, I don't mean to hurt you or something, but like you weren't planned, and I started laughing.
Yeah,
because I was like, yo. We always talking about like our words manifest things. I'm like, I always told everybody this. It's like a little routine.
Yeah.
About like how I'm you know, I was in an accident and now you're over here like you are an accident. I'm like, goddamn.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But I mean, like, there wasn't, and I hate to. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it doesn't feel that there's malice though behind that.
Yeah. No, there wasn't.
Like, you know, it's
different with your thing. Yeah.
Like it was crazy for me to hear that because like I don't remember the rest of that year.
Yeah.
Like I literally don't. Like that shut me down so hard that like I had like there's a big blank spot for me from like 20. When was that? Like 20. Jesus. 2013.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like just gone, just because like I didn't know how to comprehend that. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just learned. The one thing I learned is that when you come this close, you know, when you've already seen that, and when you come that close to just, you know, like that's it. This is the bucket. You know, you're done. And then you get that, then you get to wake up the next day. It a lot of things change. Like the world is a shitty place, man, and I can be very cynical, but I'm always happy, and I always try to be happy because without that just means I'm another sick person walking, and we have too many of those.
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough, man, because you came and visited me in the hospital. Not a lot of people did, like handful of people. But I will be dead honest. I was that day, that Friday when it all hit me, and I had to wait in that emergency room for like an hour. Not like I lost feeling, dude. Like from my fingertips to my toes, like I was puking up blood. You know, like. I remember like they put all the whatever those little patches are for like the x-rays.
Yeah.
Took my x-rays and then they gave me what'd they give me? They gave me like I think they gave me hydrocodone. They gave me a painkiller, like a sedative painkiller. And then they moved me to my room, which is where I stayed for that weekend. And I remember sitting in there and it was like 75 degrees in the hospital. You know, but like because my body was so like weak and like frail and fragile, like I was sitting in that bed and like I had like all the covers on me, like just fucking stacked.
Yeah.
Because I even asked for an extra blanket, so I was all stacked up, and I was sitting there shivering, dude. Like, have you ever had the flu?
Yeah.
Like, you know how you get the shivers when you have the flu? Like, just imagine that like times 1,000. And like I just remember sitting there and like the nurse came in and she was like, hey, like if you need anything, let me know, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, cool, I got this little button here. And she goes outside and leaves, whatever, goes and does her rounds. And I'm looking at the TV and like it's just an infomercial for some fucking like 70 disc like classic rock collection.
Yeah.
And I start laughing. I was just laughing. And I was like, you know what? Like this is bullshit. Like if this is the way I go, then this is it. But this is bullshit. Like, I'd be way more okay if like I got hit by a bus. You know, like if that was the way it went, then it'd be like, shit. You know, like, because that was completely. Could that have been an avoidable situation? Sure, but at the same time, it might not have been an avoidable situation. The situation I was in was all my fault, and made me realize that my health condition and like what I went through, like that was me giving up. So yeah, just like your shirt says.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
And it's hard. It's fucking hard.
It's
every single day, like you know, the woman that I love with all my heart, who like barely has any conversation with me anymore. Like we rarely talk.
Yeah.
Like we haven't even seen each other in like 2 weeks, which like it kills me. But like I keep hope every day just because that's what life is. You keep hope. You make your bones and you do your daily work and your routines, but you keep hope.
Yeah, man. That's
what life is. Like, and like life isn't about becoming a millionaire. Like life is about becoming great, and not as, like I said, a millionaire or a politician. Life is about being a great person, to me at least.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's how I see it. That's how I've always seen it. But, you know, she once asked me, she was like, I don't see how you do it. I don't see how you keep strength like this. And it's like, because if I don't, then
who will?
Yeah, who will? And like, and it's not even in the sense of like I'm being some superhero about it.
Yeah.
It's just that I see enough sickness and so many like just fucking beaten down people, and it's like I was already there. I was already there, and I don't want to be there again. Fucking never again. You know?
Yeah, I think to the outside world, I think I probably keep a lot of optimism, even if I see every single thing negative first, like for media's sake. But yeah, I think on the personal side, like still a form of optimist, but man, like it's harder. It's harder.
It is. No, it is. Trust me. Like
I keep trying to, be thankful for all these things. So yeah, I have like an amazing life, even though I'm always like, man, I don't know what to do and all that bullshit. But I mean, like, a lot of it, I already know the real answer. The real answer is like, no matter what you do, just pick something, move forward, and adapt if it sucks.
If it sucks, hey, you still have the option to do something else. But,
I'm just being a little emo bitch or whatever. But
hey, dude, like, well, exactly. I mean, but that's there's nothing like and not to be like I don't want to get all philosophical, but like, what the fuck, like. How many times do you ask yourself why?
Right now, I'm not so sure, but I know there's this Japanese thing of asking yourself 5 whys. For whatever it is, a business thing. Well, businesses use it, but it wasn't made by business. But you just get deep to the core around reason 5.
But like because my like the main like I used to think that like. I used to think the reason why was just to succeed.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm here, is to succeed and be a better person. I lived like a part of my life thinking that I had to do better and be better than my father or like any member of my family or just people. That was like ingrained in me. Which is bullshit. It's bullshit. Like granted, I'm fucking terrified of rich people. They terrify me because I don't know what they're capable of. Like I hate, and it's weird being that, and like I don't know, like it's it's just weird being around rich people.
Yeah,
really weird. It's very it can be very uncomfortable.
In terms of like true rich people, I probably only know one, and he's somebody who did the jump. He was poor when I met him.
Yeah.
So I'd say he's just the same. He's just as fucking cheap as he was.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing. It's one thing.
So I don't really count him as a real rich person because he's not, but I mean,
because he's already rich here.
Yeah,
but like that's the thing. Like I'm talking about rich people that are just born rich.
Yeah.
Like
I probably haven't met too many of those.
Like being around that dude is like I see that and I'm like I couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
I'd like, like weird fucking shit, dude. Like. 40-year-old uncles hitting on their 18-year-old nieces,
crazy
like that shit. Like I've seen that shit and I'm like, wow, that's fucking horrifying. Like, but that's a part of life.
Yeah.
And that's where the cynic comes in. But at the same time, even though there's that dark patch or that little hole back there that's, pretty blatantly terrible, you have to understand, like it's just understanding that like life isn't all about, no matter how many times, like something like, I don't think it makes me happy. What makes me fucking happy? When the fucking paleta man pulls up around the neighborhood and he has corn in the cup, hot and ready, and like that's actually a moment of happiness because like that shit's fucking delicious.
Fucking Amy's
and like
ice cream,
and that's
me,
dude, in the kitchen, dude. The Christmas cookie.
Oh yeah. I get it.
Like
I get it.
But you can't look at all the negatives in the world.
Yeah.
You know, like you can obviously because they're there,
and it just drives you
exactly, and like you don't exactly like that kind of attention you don't want.
Yeah, all this mind study. I mean, like you gravitate to what you focus on, so I try not to focus on that.
Yeah.
So
and that's where I'm at now, as opposed to where I was over the last honestly 4 or 5 years. Just because like that's what I was around. I was just constantly around negativity, like. The woman that I'm talking about, and I told you, like the woman that I love and care about over anything in the world, like this chick has cheated on me. You know, she's left me in the dirt. You know, like, you know, I've been left behind, but like, and I totally like, I wasn't, you know, horrible about it. I was understanding about it, and like, I'll never ever like be a bad person to her because I can't. But I feel like I'm that way with a vast majority of people that I know. You know, like if you come close enough to like this, I'm not gonna I won't deny you. I'm not gonna fucking turn you away. And that's you asked about the goal of life. I think that's it.
Yeah. Well, why would so if she cheated on you, why do you still have such supreme feelings? I'm very when it comes to like real relationships, I probably never had like anything too long term.
Yeah.
So like I'm always like curious about just real things.
It's different when I don't know, like I guess there's that helpless romantic part of me, I guess, that's there. But I think that's every.
Yeah, when I was super young, that was me.
Well, I mean, I just feel that like every guy who said that. Some comedian said that. He said this, but he was like the main thing like a guy wants is to be loved.
Yeah.
More so than anything else.
Yeah.
Like, which is why guys are willing to go to the moon for a woman, even if it's for a relationship or if it's just for pussy. You know, like, but at the end of the day, like all we want is to be cared about and loved. And I don't know, it's just when it comes to her, she was the person that like she was the first person to pull me out of that. Like when I first met her, and like I remember the night it happened. Like, and it wasn't even anything like, it wasn't like one of those like what's up girl, or like, you know, we saw each other like at the, you know, it wasn't any kind of like fucking matchbook romance.
Yeah.
It wasn't some movie you see on television or in the theater. Like
Hallmark shit.
Yeah, it was not Hallmark shit. Like it just a girl walked up to me and was like, "Hey, like your hat's really cool. Can I see your buttons?" And you know, I was like, "Well, okay, cool, yeah, sure." You know, because metalhead and all that.
Yeah.
And she specifically asked me a one button in particular, which was Electric Wizard, and she, you know, I was like, "Oh, cool." Like I was like, well, that's one of my favorite bands, you know? And we talked a bit more that night, and then she adds me, like, it was just all this general stuff, adds me on Facebook, whatever, yada, yada. But then she starts talking to me about Electric Wizard, and she was like, this band's really cool, blah, 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 blah. But basically, like, in that time of getting to know her, that was when, like, everything had happened to me, like, involving my family and, like, I guess, like, the early beginnings of, like, me entering depression.
So it's like kind of the one you sought comfort in.
Yeah, like, and it wasn't even the fact that like I was like telling her these problems. It was just like for those instances of time when we'd be talking on Facebook, or I would get to like go hang out with her generally, or like I would see her out and about, like generally, like just like that.
Yeah,
there was comfort there, and no one else was able to give me that. No one else has. I still haven't like. Don't get me wrong. I like you, like Josh, you know, all my friends that I have from the FGC, the metal scene. I love everybody. I do. I love all you guys. But like, to be fair, as much as I love hanging out with you guys, I really enjoy sitting at home watching movies and
for sure,
you know, listening to music.
Yeah, I get it.
But with her, like, I can't wait. Like, and it's always been like that ever since I met her. And I don't know. I can't, because I can't thank her enough. So, and that's why like I've been nothing more than forgiving to her. I can't. I can't condemn a person for a simple human flaw. Because who cares? People fuck. I mean, does it suck sometimes? Yeah, it does. But, you know, I can't sit there and I know that I can't beat myself up about that, nor can I beat her up about it because, you know, it's not my fault as much as it is hers. It's just that's human nature. Sometimes we, you know, we reach for other things.
Well, so does she still feel the same way about you?
Yeah. Which is like, you know, surprising to me because, you know, I figured because we had like a long stretch of time. We didn't talk for like a year and a half or so. But yeah, like it was just like when we reconnected earlier in the year, like it just like nothing had skipped a beat, you know, and it's awesome. Like, you know, it's been awesome. And I mean, but she's, you know, she's very introverted herself. She keeps a lot of things to herself. And I do feel kind of guilty, like talking to her or talking about her, like in this kind of format. But I mean, like, you know, I know your podcast is, aside from the entertainment value, that's also real. Yeah, you know, man, this is
the boosh life is the real life.
And this is real. Like, you know, everything I've been through has been a testament to what I am today, you know, like, and I love the people that I love, her included. I've dealt with the problems that I've dealt with in my life, and I'm always going to move forward from them. I mean, two things. A year ago, that sink falling, I would have been throwing shit out of the windows because of my just abuse of substances. I would have been fucking pissed. That would have actually shut me down for like 2 weeks. Wouldn't have even done shit. Would have gone to work as a zombie. Probably drank from getting home from work all the way till I have to go back to work and just not give a shit about it. That's one. That was me a year ago, 2 years ago. Fact. 100% fact. Number two, and this is a small thing, but this is what I tell people when people ask me, because it's different, you know, because I don't tell people all the time, you know, that I've been depressed and like I've gone through that, because it is a personal thing. But the other thing about that is that like you can't be afraid to talk about it. Yeah. And I'm not. But the main thing I tell people is when they want to like kind of dip their toes in that water or like break that ice, the main thing I tell people is that you have to understand, and just like in verbatim of me saying it, like you have to understand, like I used to not wear my seatbelt driving my car. And that's
just like looking for it.
Yeah. You know, like even though that's a very small thing.
Yeah.
But like I didn't give a shit, you know? So yeah, like, and there's no skirting around that. You just, you know, like I said, just be good.
All right. The next one, who do you have compassion for?
Who do I have compassion for?
Yeah.
Eric De Hoyos. My nephew. Big time, yeah. My nephew, that's crazy. You know Eric, yeah. Yeah, you know Eric.
I know Eric.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while though.
Yeah. Shit.
I think the last time I see him, probably maybe the
might have been that time we were at your place.
Right?
Oh, no, you went to his... Yeah. That's right, he did.
In the service.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, well, my grandmother, obviously. My grandmother was like a mother to me. More so. I don't know if it's selfish in me. I'm not really, you know, like, yeah, like I feel for, you know, I feel for all those people that got blown away in that church, you know, like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, but I think as a human being, I feel that's granted. I mean, like, shit, the Las Vegas shootings, the nightclubs in Florida that got shot up, and the club in France that got shot up during that Eagles of Death metal concert. Like, you know, people that lose their lives for no reason, that, you know, my heart goes out to all of that. Malcolm Young, fuck, just passed away. Yeah. I mean, music, you know, like a lot of compassion for music. I mean, obviously, you know, it's where all my heart. Yeah. But yeah, family, and to my family, to victims, to music, to Melissa. Yeah.
Right. Three things you're thankful for.
Three
in life. 3 things you're thankful for in life.
3 things I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
Life, love, and reality.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah.
How is reality different from life?
Because life, I say life because I've survived.
Okay.
I say reality because I can see. You know, just what people have to offer me, what, you know, I have to offer people, what I witness and what I choose and what I choose not to witness, you know, even though I try to keep an open mind to a lot of things. Because like life, like I said, life to me is because I've been there. I know what it's like to be ringing that bell. Even though life and reality, I guess, are close to one another, but reality to me is here. And I think, you know, what was that one band, the Casey Strain? They had this line. It was like, reality is only as far as you can see. And it's like, well, yeah, you know, I know there's harsh realities all over the world. I don't see them. Mm-hmm. And there's there are realities you'll never see. Mm. I mean, shit. I mean, there's missile crisis. There's a missile crisis in Korea. Okay, well, what the fuck is happening in the Cayman Islands? Do you know what's going on in the Cayman Islands? I don't know what's going on in the Cayman Islands. There could be the plague could be happening down there, or there could be the greatest festival on earth happening right now. We don't know that because it's not a reality, you know. But
those things are going on somewhere.
Exactly, exactly. You know, like the whole
all those things.
That bullshit Americans saying, you know, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. You know, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like life, love, reality. I mean, because life to me isn't something that I can see. Life to me is something I have. Reality to me is something I can see and like understand.
Like KRS-One, rap something you do, hip hop is something you live.
Yes, yeah, for real. Yeah, man, like, definitely. Those are the 3 things that I'm thankful for. Big time.
One person you want to forgive you, and vice versa. One person you want to forgive, and if you can say why.
One person that I want to forgive. Brian Naylor. I wish I don't talk to him anymore, really. And I would love to talk to him again. I mean, I hope he's forgiven me. I mean, I fucked that up. I fucked up a good friendship because of outside influence, as opposed to being an understanding person. I let someone dictate that whole situation, and I shouldn't have. And someone that I want to forgive, I don't know. That's because I forgive. You know, I've forgiven a lot of people for a lot of things.
Yeah, no. Sometimes I ask that question to some people. They're already like they've already done their forgiving.
I don't know exactly. My mother got robbed, you know, like when I was like in like junior high, like elementary into junior high around that time. And like the guys, when they robbed her, like when they pulled her purse, because she had neck surgery. And like when they robbed her, it was like, man, it was like 1 month away, you know, from being like healed, and she'd be like fine. And that fucked everything up. And, you know, I remember there was a time when I was bitter, you know, because it's like, that's my mom, you know, that's my fucking mom. But my mom, they didn't kill her, you know, they didn't. But you know, by the time I was like 16, 17,
yeah,
like I had forgiven that whole, you know, because it's like, hey man, fuck, you know, I mean, even though it was a shitty situation, I mean, obviously these guys were stealing because they had no, you know, obviously something was wrong.
Yeah,
you know, obviously they needed the money, and I can forgive them for that because I still have my mother today, you know, even though like it sucks that she had to deal with that pain, but that's why, you know, I was always there for her and my brother. I mean, Melissa, I've despite all of our what's happened in our past, I've already forgiven her. I'll always show it, always pardon, you know. I've forgiven my father. I guess that'd be the main one. That would be, yeah. Forgive my father. Because even though like it's tough, like what he said to me like 4 or 5 years ago, like when he said what he said, and just like all the things over like life in general, you know, like he gave me life. He didn't really teach me all the best things, obviously, but those things truly did make me stronger. And I forgive him for what he did to me throughout my life. But I'm also thankful just because, you know, there's strength and then there's strength beyond strength. And I feel that he's given me the latter. So, yeah. Yeah.
Well, why does, like, I mean, granted, yeah, like, I guess you alluded to it because you said it was said out of malice. But yeah, like, why does that bother you? Just I guess being a mistake or whatever.
Well, I mean, it never, like my father and I don't, you know, my father, I don't know, my dad was a weekend father, you know, work Monday through Friday out of town, come home on the weekends. But the thing is, we never knew what we were going to get. Was he going to be pissed, or was he going to be the fun loving dad that's going to take us to the park and the movies? We never knew. Like, yeah, I like when because it was what had happened. Like, my dad took a job up in Chicago. So when he was up there, he was with my mother, and like they went up there, you know, just because like basically my mom was going to be with him for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then when he was done with the job, he was going to come back, and she was going to fly over to Wyoming, which is where her family is. So that was like the plan the whole time, you know, like do that with dad. So he had, you know, like somebody with him, obviously, you know, because, you know, you know, my dad didn't want to be stuck in Chicago for 3 weeks with no one he knew, because it was just a job that our broker at the time in the oil field like offered him. So he was like, yeah, I can make some good money doing it. Obviously, I'm going to go. So my dad's about to leave Chicago, and my mom has already flown out to Wyoming, and we all get these phone calls. Every single one of the family members gets a phone call from him talking about like finding Jesus and like seeing lights, and I'm sorry if this is, because this is a story in itself, and I'm sorry for taking time.
Dude, no.
But we all got these phone calls, and I didn't answer my phone at the time because I was at work, but I got the message I got. I was like, interesting, because my dad's always been like oddly religious, but also not. Like, I don't know, like I remember like I was out of high school, like I was already out of high school. I was already on my own, doing my own thing, and like I had stayed with them over the weekend because I was already living elsewhere. This is like before I moved back in with them. But yeah, I was already living elsewhere, and like, man, like I just remember like they were going to church, and my dad was like, he was like, oh yeah, like, you know, I'm sorry to wake up early, but hey, let's all go to church. And I'm an adult at this point. Like, I'm like, I wasn't even living with them. I was just staying with them for the weekend. But I was like, oh no, like y'all go ahead. I'm like, I don't, because I've never been that kind of person. I've never been a religious guy in that aspect, you know?
Yeah.
And my dad flipped out. Like, he freaked out. He was like, fuck you, you're going to hell. Like, they're like, you have no room. There's no fucking room in this house for you. You get out. Kicked me out of the house at like 6 a.m. I was like, okay, fuck. Like, go back home, you know? Which is literally like a 20-minute drive for me. But it was just like, what? Like, but yeah, like, so I call him back after that whole phone call about like seeing beings, and I was like, Dad, you like, what's going on? Are you okay? What happened? And he was like, oh, nothing. I was having breakfast with Jesus. I was like, what? Is that like a fucking like a group up there or something? Is like and then, you know, he told me he had to go, and he called me back tomorrow, and I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden my dad was in the hospital up in Chicago, and yeah, he had some turns out my dad's been bipolar his whole life, and because he was obviously not diagnosed for his bipolar tendencies, like the thing that was keeping him at bay, even though that shit would come out, like it would come out over time, obviously, like
Tekken. Never forget Tekken 2. Put this shit in airplane mode. All right.
But yeah, even God, like, so I found he was in the hospital, and like I said, he was diagnosed bipolar, and even though he never had been before, because it just, I guess, wasn't looked for in him, because like we, you know, that's the thing, we were so like desensitized by him that like we never really saw a reason to think that, we never knew any better. So he gets diagnosed bipolar because the thing that was keeping it in check, because like he has high blood pressure, so like the medication he was taking for his high blood pressure, I guess, was like keeping that kind of balance in him.
Yeah.
So he had like, basically he had stopped taking his medication and just started like smoking cigars like he was a fucking 20s businessman, and just drinking heavily. Like that's like what he was doing. And all that shit just like compacted into him, and like, yeah, he just had this break, you know, it had this massive episode. And we you know, we don't know exactly what's going on. And at the time I wasn't working, and my brother had like just gotten married, and my mother was still in Wyoming, and she was like everything, she heard about everything, and she was like, she got like the next flight back that she could, which was like 2 days later. But my brother and I were trying to scramble to like get plane tickets to go up there, because we didn't, you know, we're like, you know, what the hell, he's in the hospital. Because my aunt and uncle went up there first, and like, you know, he had some episode, and they diagnosed him with everything, and like now he's taking the proper medication. But like in that time when we went up there, like we flew up there because we flew up there to go pick up his Suburban in the RV, because that's what they took up there.
Yeah.
They didn't fly, and we picked him up and everything, and he seemed fine, you know, like he was like, and he like immediately was like, yeah, like, you know, this is like, man, like this is my fault, like, man, I was just too much too fast, obviously, these kinds of things. And then yeah, it we stopped, because we, like, the idea was like, fuck it, we're just gonna drive through all night, and like I'll drive the Suburban, David will drive the RV, and then Dad can sleep in the RV. We had this whole plan laid out, and it didn't work. It didn't happen because my dad just flipped out. He freaked out. Like, called our mother, cussed her out for like 30 minutes, started cussing us out. We were like, what the hell just happened? And he threw the phone at me, like wow, like chucked at me, like wham, and I was just like, what the fuck, like. And he was like, I don't see why you listen to your mother, blah 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 blah, all these horrible things. And he was like, I don't even know why you're here to begin with, like, you were a fucking mistake. Like, and he looked at my brother and he was like, you, like, I don't even have anything to say to you. And I was just like, whoa, like, what the hell just happened? And he just took off. And we took off and went back inside the hotel. And, Dave and I were like, he just wanted nothing to do with us. He wanted nothing to do with us. So when we get back and everything, and and it was just a compound of things, man. Like my aunt and uncle, or my uncle, my uncle told me some shitty shit. He told me that, like, he told me and my brother that we failed the family and this and that. And I was like, what? Like, where is this even coming from? Why would you even say that? I almost kicked my uncle's ass. My uncle's a detective, but I was about to beat his teeth in. Like, just bad things. And then, but a lot of that stems from, a lot of it just stems from fucking just everything else leading, like my dad called me pathetic, like in 7th grade, because I failed math. And instead of like, hey, like, how can we help this, or what can we do? Like, he just like, it was like iron force. I was helping my dad fix my dad bought my brother a motorcycle, like a dirt bike, a little, like, 80cc dirt bike, from like a pawn shop when we were kids. And he was like, oh yeah, I'll buy you the bike. All you have to do is, I'll help y'all fix it up. So that way you have a sense of fucking adulthood in you, like, it was obviously a thing a father should do, right? Well, when we're fixing the motorcycle, he asked me to pick up hand him a wrench, and I drop it and he hits me with a pipe. Like, so, things like that, But then, like I said, there were those days where he's like, hey, let's go see the new whatever. Let's go see Batman Forever. Let's go see fucking Mars Attacks. Like, that stuff existed too, but like, it was just like those compounding worlds. And that I don't know, that one was just the break. Like, when he actually told me, and like, it wasn't like, yes, I understand, like, he's bipolar and like these things, but like, it's just like the way he looked at me, and like, I was just like, whoa, like, that was real. Yeah. Like, that's not, that's not a drunk guy telling me that, that, or like, yeah. Then that's when my spiral really started. Yeah. So was that?
Yeah.
I mean, but I can, when you say like, give forgiveness and ask forgiveness, like, I forgive him, because like I said, it gave me more strength than I knew I had. So even though like it's pretty crazy, it's tough. It sucks. It sucks. Like, it does, but like, I can think on it now, and like, yeah, it does sadden me, and it does bug me, but like, at the same time, like, I know that no matter what, that coupled with everything that happened to me health wise and everything, I mean, like, I'm still here, man.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
Great poet Elton John once said, I'm still standing.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Yeah. Like, yeah, like, yeah. I say a lot of yes. So
yeah, no, you're good. The hit you with the next one. 3 years from now, where will you be?
3 years from now, where will I be? I'll be here. I mean, like,
it doesn't just have to be location. Like, yo, my ass is on this couch. Like, we done. We did it.
We did it big already. No. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel that, and all the, I missed a lot of enjoyment these last 5 years, so I'm gonna be picking back up. I'm gonna be keeping, maybe in 3 years I'll be in Japan hanging out, doing something fun, going checking out a new Japan show. Maybe go check out Fuck on the Beach, check out some cool grindcore bands that they have over there.
Fuck on the Beach.
Yeah, they're really good actually. They're really good. Check out Fuck on the Beach.
Have they ever played on the beach?
Probably. Knowing them, it wouldn't surprise me.
Was there fucking on this beach?
Knowing them, probably as well. Yeah, like, they're a very honest grindcore group. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, just maybe, yeah, like in 3 years, you know, in all sense of aspiration, you know, yeah, like obviously I'll be here clearly.
Yeah.
You know, the house will look a little nicer, but you know, definitely
no falling sinks.
No more falling sinks. Apparently my AC unit's good for the next 20 years, so hopefully
let's go.
Fingers crossed.
AC for life.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. At least until I'm fucking 50. Yeah, man, like just catching up on lost time, because that's something that I always, because time to me is irrelevant, I feel. Even though we have 24 hours in a day, we get maybe 9 out of it.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Why we only get 9?
Well, I mean, depending on your sleep schedule,
yeah,
fucking, you know, like that's what, you know, like things like that.
Damn, I was like, how much you sleeping?
But yeah. I mean, but like, you know, it just depends. But I feel that time is irrelevant, you know, because everyone's like, oh my god, like in one example, you know, people that are late and they're speeding to work and they're a damn accident waiting to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you're already late.
Yeah.
You're late. Let them know you're late. You're on your way, and do 60, 65, 70, whatever the general limit is.
That's the one reason why I never want to have a traditional job. Like, I don't want to go back to that at all.
I mean, I mean, true, but it's just one of like that right there. And it's like, dude, because that right there, time is relevant at that point.
But I don't even mean like even just being that guy. You just around those guys in general.
Oh yeah, trust. It's it fucking having the water cooler conversation and there's not a water cooler is really fucking awkward.
Yeah.
Like, especially with people that are, because at my job, the only people younger than me are like these two girls that like we just recently hired, and they're like 21, 24.
Yeah.
Everyone else that works that job is like older than me.
Yeah.
So like the only other male that works there is like this like 6-year-old dude, and he's always asking me these. He's like, oh yeah, like you know, how's your, you know, do you watch the Spurs game?
Yeah.
And it's like I mean, I watch hockey. I don't watch football, basketball. Like I don't watch the normal sports in Texas. Or, you know, asking me is like, oh yeah, like went you know, got my turkey early. And it's like, that's fucking great, dude. Like, and that's the cynic in
101,
me.
yeah.
See, but that's the cynic in me. Even though, like, to his face, I'm like, oh, awesome, dude. Yeah. Actually, that's a good call. I need to get my turkey too, because like we save face at work, and that's something that does bother me. Because the guy's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'm at work, dog. Like,
I mean, if I get another real job, like, we'll see how that goes, but. I mean, I already know the way I act with people now, like, it's over. like even in like I haven't had an interview in a while, but I mean, like, I saw the way I was doing these interviews, and I'm not like a dipshit, but it's like, I kind of lay it all out, you know, I'm just like, this is me, you know what I mean?
Well, and hey man, like,
and that's it. Like, I don't be playing these games, yo. Like,
nah, yeah. Well, like, and see, like, you know, my parents were here earlier today. Like, they stopped by earlier, and you know, we're talking just for a bit, this and that, and you know, my dad, you know, because like I'll admit, my job right now, the job that I'm working in is very like, it's very menial. It's not really, you know, it's a very simple job, and I've been with this company for like 3.5 years now, so it's like about time. Like I feel that I need to move on.
Yeah.
Just for sake of self.
Yeah.
You know, my dad though, he was like, oh, you know, like you can't just be looking like that. You know, you can't just be looking like Fidel Castro.
He has the OG.
Exactly. Yeah. And I was like, trust me, I'm not just gonna walk into fucking like CPS or Saws or something, wearing a Cannibal Corpse long sleeve, looking like this.
Yeah.
Like, fuck no. I like.
But at the same time, I see too many people looking like this or me.
I mean,
too much. So I'm like, these jobs do exist. I don't know what they are.
Well, no, I mean, yeah, like, I mean, granted, like, I could go. I know for a fact, I could go work at Saws at a desk job and look like this. It'll just be this, but with a polo and slacks, you know. And of course, I'd have to cover up my tattoo, or well, one of them at least.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
even that I feel is horrible.
Huh?
Like, I mean, like, we shouldn't have to even hide ourselves. It's fucking retarded.
I don't feel that we should either, but I understand why people are fragile, dude. You know how many people like.
That's the one thing that's good though about all the old systems dying is that the new systems at least accept how we are. Some of them.
Well, yeah. Like, because you've seen my Bad Religion tattoo.
I think so.
Yeah. You know, it's a crossbuster. It's it's a cross with a sensor sign through it. The only
that one's for PC. It's not even for tattoo-ness. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, and that's the thing. Like, it is I get like the political correctness mentality of people seeing that.
Yeah.
But like, it's funny because like people are so quick to judge the tattoo that because of, and it's a certain age group. Obviously, it's people 40 and up, and they see that and they're just like, God bless you. Which is like, hey, thanks, man, I appreciate that. But like, you don't have to treat me like a shitty person just because you see something on me that you don't understand.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have no drive to understand it, that's your fault. Like that's like, I feel that people shouldn't be afraid of things like that. But it is what it is. It's a society we live in. Like, I mean, I could have a tattoo on this forum here of a zombie eating itself. And people will be like, that looks cool. But then they see that and they're like, oh shit. It's like, wait, what? It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense to me.
Mm.
Like, yeah. Symbolism. What people see.
I don't even know if you even got to fully answer it other than here. like
well, I mean, everything, I mean.
3, I guess. And then moving on.
Just making up for, in 3 years, making up for all the time that I lost, that I myself lost to myself.
Okay.
Like for sure. Like, next year, my goal next year is, I want to go out to Vegas next year, not for Evo. I mean, for Evo, yeah, of course. But there's a death metal fest happening in Vegas that I've been wanting to go
Vegas
to.
Trips?
Yeah. One in May, and then one in I guess August. Is it July or August this year?
Right, I feel like it did get changed.
Because I feel it's in August next year.
To August,
yeah, like the beginning, like the first days of August. Yeah, maybe they couldn't get the weekend. I mean, yeah, maybe they couldn't get the weekend. Because usually
things to come at esports. That's what.
Right.
They're preparing for battle. Now maybe too they want like a gap. You know what it is? Bet you it's a gap for Japan Evo.
Yeah.
Just to give you some space between Evos.
Yeah.
Assuming Japan Evo is a success.
Oh yeah, because Evo Japan's that's in January, right?
Yeah.
Or is that in February?
January,
yeah. I mean,
I'm curious to see what's gonna become of that thing.
I mean, hopefully it takes off for their sake, because they need
If it does take off, I'm like, so does the tour continue to ignore that, or do we just start it in January now and you just get 3 weeks off?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how they do that.
I mean, right now it won't be part of it, but I'm just saying if that continues to matter, then it's like, how could you not add it?
Yeah. Well, also because like, isn't like in Japan they can't like, don't they have a certain regulation on like money?
You're not allowed to. But I'm like, so does that mean the Japanese tour events don't make money either? So that's weird.
Yeah, I'm wondering how they like, because obviously, I mean, clearly if you make majority of those Japanese players I see make top 8, they're usually in America. So I'm assuming like they'll take care of their like expenses over here. Maybe they do. Maybe there's some. Maybe
it's like legally illegal.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like it's. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's easier to skate around it that way.
Yeah.
Then.
But that can't be the rules. That can't be like.
Yeah, that's or maybe bring them over here for a tournament and can pay them then. I mean.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
it could be it, but I mean, yeah, that sounds. Yeah, I always wonder that. Yeah, like because especially now like. Japan Cup now, as they call it. It's no longer the Tokyo Game Show thing. Like things like that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, like are there money prizes there or not? Like, if it isn't, man, that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, that does suck. Yeah, because like, I mean, to be fair, like, if you.
That's why Korea is the king of esports. I'm like, Japan never had a shot. They had no one can make money off of this.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because I mean, like, I'll admit, like, even though my main goal is to like gather and gain experience from playing these games, obviously, there's still that one incentive where it's like, oh shit, I got first place and I got like fucking $500.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So there is that for me. There is that extra incentive.
Yeah, man.
But I couldn't even imagine where it's like they can't even play locally for money. Like it's like, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean. But no, I mean, yeah, catch up on lost time. Fucking, in 3 years, that's 3 years is a lot of time. Like I said, like next year go up to Vegas for Evo and that Las Vegas Death Fest. I mean, 2019 go to Japan. Like, I want to involve certain people in my life more, like Melissa, who was talking about, like her, and just man, just keep building. Like in 3 years, just keep building. Still be happy, still be humble.
For sure.
Still eating ice cream.
the whatever the season of the moment is.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Except pumpkins. I won't eat a pumpkin spice. I'll just
fuck pumpkin ice cream.
At that point, at that point, I'll just eat pumpkin pie. Like, yeah, man. Like,
right.
For sure.
What is the perfect day?
Perfect day?
Yeah.
Fucking waking up, dog. Oh man.
Was it like the end? Right? Like just wake up.
No, that's a 2 year ago answer. I don't know, man. Like, the other week I had a barbecue here, and it was, a few of the guys from the FGC, and just a few of my friends that aren't in the FGC, and it was fucking relaxing, dude. It was awesome, just nice and chill, laid back, like good food, good company, something days like that to me are like perfect days, because like they're not like, oh, nothing's ever perfect, but I mean like it's a good fucking day, man. Like stuff like that, any day I can just be with good company. Those days are perfect to me. Like I don't like any day spent with Melissa 100%, even if it's like sitting on this couch watching the terrible Chucky movies that have been coming out these last couple of years, like, or just laughing at like, watching like cooking shows from like India, like those days are always, because those days make me, not only do they make me happy, but they make me grateful and thankful, So yeah, time spent with her is a perfect day, and time spent with my friends, those are perfect days.
Right.
Then when I get to see like a band that I never really get to see, like I got to see Battalion of Saints on Thursday, and I got my leg fucked up for it, but like I got to see Battalion of Saints, and I'm happy.
There you
go. Like shit like that. Yeah.
Where does the will to carry on come from? Does it come from within, a higher power, or some other shit?
Head in the heart. 100%. I can look up there and pray to something, but I know it's not going to reach his hand down and pull me. To be fair, I mean, I'm not to be a dick about that, but I've prayed to so many empty walls and books that, there's no point.
Yeah.
I feel that when you look at it in that regard of like a higher power, like I feel that, yeah, sure, man, if you found religion and it helped you out, cool. But understand at the end of the day, God didn't, God or Allah, whatever is up there, whatever they say, like
Bob Saget,
yeah, like Leslie Nielsen, like those aren't. It wasn't. When you fell down, it wasn't that picked you up. It was yourself and your own will, and that's in anything, whether it be a mental thing. If it's a mental fight, that's you pulling yourself out of it. If it's a physical struggle, that's you pulling yourself out of it. I've had some pretty shitty situations happen to me, and God wasn't going to help me out, or a higher power wasn't going to help me out with that. Just what happened to me, So, yeah. I feel that our potential for strength is so unlimited, I mean, there are people that get crippled and walk again, like, so if that can happen, if I can deal with 5 years of depression and like suicidal like tendencies and just my myriad of health issues that have happened and everything that happened in here, if I can get through that myself, even though I reach out for help, of course. You know, I talk to you, I talk to friends. Obviously, I've talked to my family, talk to other people I care and love about it because like I don't want to be in the dark, or I don't want to keep people in the dark about that because I feel that's selfish, you know. But I mean, I feel like if I've been able to keep strength, I can only imagine what other people can do. So, yeah.
All right, that's the last one. This is I like, I wish, I wonder. I like that I did. I wish I had done. I wonder what would have happened if.
I like that I did. Is it?
Yeah.
I like that I did what I've been able to do, or I like that I have done what I have for the FGC. That's not becoming a celebrity. It's not even that. It's just that I've always wanted to show people that it's possible. What was the second one?
I wish I had done.
Wish I had done. I wish I had done. Damn.
I wish I had whatever. Like.
I don't know. Like. Maybe, I mean, part of me, I don't know. Maybe I wish I had done college right. But. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but I can't, like, I mean, there's no age on college.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, that's kind of moot.
Leah said age ain't nothing but a number.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if it was written by R. Kelly. After he married her. Or before he married her.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I feel that's, like, kind of moot.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of fucked up. But, like, I mean, you know what I'm trying to say.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, you know, like, I wish I had done college differently. But at the same time, like, I can fix that.
Yeah,
I can still go to college.
Still do it, yeah.
You know, it's not like, I wish.
Or you haven't. So I mean, it's not like it's not true. like, you know, you can still use it. You can still.
I wish I could have had one last conversation with my grandfather before he died. Like,
would that be like the last one? I wonder what would have happened if.
No. I already know what that one is. But like, as a wishing thing,
okay.
Like, I wish I could have had one more conversation with him.
I got you.
Because like, for the last 7 years of his life, he was senile. So like, there wasn't any kind of. I mean, there was recognition there, but there wasn't like. I couldn't talk to him, you know, like, which was hard because my grandfather was like my grandfather was my father.
Yeah.
You know, like that was his role in my life. Like he took care of me. Like this is my grandparents' house. You know, this used to be their master bedroom, and like right there against that wall was like their TV and shit. And like they had a bed coming this way with like 2 chairs, and you know they'd always pick me up after school, and I would always come in here, and they'd let me watch TV and do my homework, and then my grandmother would bring me like carrots and snacks and stuff, and like they were, you know, my grandfather, for sure, you know, he taught me how to throw my first punch. He taught me how to punch, actually, you know, like he taught me a lot. He taught me so much, and I wish I could have had like just one last conversation with him, and I can just shoot the shit, whatever it may have been, you know, would have been nice. And what was the last one? What
I wonder what would have happened if.
The first coming back to like the helpless romantic stuff, like the first woman I ever fell in love with, my high school sweetheart. I wonder what would have happened, and I sometimes dwell, but you know, sometimes I wonder, you know, what life would have been like if, you know, she hadn't cheated on me.
Damn,
you know,
that running theme.
Because I'm 3 for 3.
That's what's up. Like, consistency, man.
Yeah, dude. You know? Like I'm pretty good. You know, I'm pretty solid in that regard. But like, like, because you know, like I still love her. I still care about her. You know, and like, you know, because she's got a well, not a husband, but like, you know, she's got a guy and they've had a kid together and stuff. But like, you know, her being like the first, you know, woman I ever like, you know, fell for, you know, head over heels for and shit, you know, she was like the first girlfriend that I ever had. Well, she was the first girlfriend I ever had. Number two, like she was like the first person I ever was like, oh, I love you, like outside of like mom and dad and shit, you know, like, so yeah, like, so sometimes I wonder, you know, what would have, you know, what our life would have been like if like things actually worked out. But, you know, understand getting back into that mindset. It's like, yeah, you know, things, you have to understand that things just don't work out sometimes. You got to keep moving forward. So my thing is that, is she happy? She seems like she's happy. So that makes me happy. So
your second heart, fucking Doctor Who stuff.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for real, right? Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like, that's it, dude. That's all the questions.
Yeah.
Did you have any like plugs? Because I'm used to asking that because I'm normally with artists and shit.
I mean,
it's up to you. You don't have to plug shit. It's up to you.
Look out for great things from my buddy John with Broken Board Productions. You know, he's still going to be bringing great shows through the city here in San Antonio. Punk and hardcore and metal, obviously, you know. Buy your records at Hogwild. Go to Hogwild. Support.
I've been at Hogwild since like the Dacos days.
Dude, like just go to Hogwild, buy, you know, support, you know, a good local Texas record store. Fuck the other one that's in Southtown.
Southtown Vinyl?
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one I've been at.
Like, in my personal opinion, fuck that place because, you know,
I did a live stream from there.
It's not a San Antonio. It's not a home.
It's not.
It's Austin.
Is it?
It's Austin. Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Friends of Sound.
Is that Friends of Sound?
That one is actually that's Austin.
Yeah. It's Friends of Sound. Then.
Southtown Vinyl is I don't believe they're Austin based.
Okay, yeah. Then it's Friends of Sound. Yeah, fuck that place. Don't shop at Friends of Sound.
Yeah, they we fell apart. Me and Friends of Sound.
Regardless,
pay me money.
Regardless of, oh fuck, that's terrible.
Yes, I know.
Well, fuck them twice then.
Like fuck.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, because
that's how angry I was. I kicked the camera.
Get out of here. Nah, like, yeah, just because like I don't give a shit like what you're like how much shit you have in your store, man. Like, they
have a big Southtown Vinyl, dude, is probably like maybe like your house. Like, it's super small.
No, yeah.
It's super.
But like that Friends of Sound place, I don't know. Like, because like that shit, nah, it's not cool, man. Because like one of the guys that like opened that place, like he basically took all the ideas from Hogwild because he was working there, and then like
probably talking about George.
He's a little bald dude with glasses.
Is that George? I don't know if he has glasses, but he was from here, and then he went to Austin, and he came back here.
Yeah,
so he's from here.
But yeah, nah, like, but yeah, Hogwild Records, yes. Friends of Sound, no. Fucking Eat It Burger Boy. Yeah, Burger Boy's a shit.
Still haven't gone there, man.
Yeah.
I keep hearing things. I need to go there.
It's good. Good shit. Oh yeah. Damn it. I want to like grab it.
What?
The CD right here. This is my friend Adrian's band, Cannibal Bitch. He just released this. It's like fucking horror punk, hard rock, very negative but very mentally stimulating music. And he's a good fucking friend of mine, and he finally was able to put this out after so long. So you can get him at Hogwild as well. Physical copy on CD.
Yeah,
it's good stuff, man. I just want to give love to I want to give love to everyone in the FGC that's believed in me. Give a shout out to Abe here for giving me the time to talk. Just being a good person overall, man. You've been a good friend for a long time, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, we've done like 100 podcasts. They just
technically, they're never recorded.
They're all patio stories,
patio conversations, parking lot talks. Oh yeah.
Damn, that too. That's why I wasn't even counting parking lot. I was just counting patios.
Yeah. I mean, shit. You played that show over at that little
whatever.
That little bar off of San Pedro, and
the one owned by one of the girls, Girl in a Coma girls.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's okay.
But sense. Yeah, that's not even counting like back when I used to play and we were at the
Marcus's apartment here. Fucking all over the place, man. Yeah.
FTC local tour.
For real. Yeah, man. I mean, I in the words, I can't remember who said it, but Ill Bill sampled it.
Oh shit!
I dedicate this to those who believe in me. So thank you. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna show that part to my friend. Loves it. The other guy, because I do 2 podcasts. So the other podcast I do with my friend from New York.
Yeah.
It's like one of his favorite rappers.
Oh, Ill Bill.
Yeah.
It's a shit. Ill Bill's a shit. Like he's so good.
Then he has a group that just put out an album like
nonfiction.
No, not a different one.
Ill Bill?
Or maybe if it's not Ill Bill, it's one of those same Vinny Paz like crews or something.
Yeah. Because they're constantly doing
stuff. It's a super group with all of them, and they put out something 2 weeks ago. He's like, yo, hey, I'm fucking going crazy right now. It's
they're great, man. Like all of that whole New York crew up there, man. They're fucking great. Like, I mean, that's my shit. I mean, I love Wu-Tang, don't get me wrong, but like Ill Bill, Vinny Paz, Jedi Mind, like that's my shit. Like I love that. Even fucking like Necro. Even though like Necro can be a little.
I feel like he retired though, right? Or no, he didn't retire, but he's leaned back heavily.
Yeah, like the last thing he did. Oh, he might have done something since, but he did
like that Coogee rap thing was one of the last things.
that was one of the last things he did, but that was so good.
And my friend, like again, same guy, loves all those things, and he was like, that was him making an album with pretty much his hero.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
He was like, when you hear them side by side, you can hear like Necro, his Coogee rap influence.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
no, that shit. Yeah, I love that shit.
I can't believe that even exists. Just from on paper standpoint.
No, yeah, it's like I remember because I heard about that album on a whim because like I follow metal more than I obviously do rap and like other genres, and I just like one of my buddies who is really into rap was like, oh dude, he's like, yo, you like Necro, right? I was like, yeah, and he was like, dude, he's got this fucking collab album with Coogee Rap, and I was like, no.
Yeah,
liar, dude. Like, no way.
Even sound right. Yeah, it doesn't even sound right.
I was like, no way. And then sure as shit, like 4 weeks later, I'm at Hogwild, and like one of the guys that works there, his name's Mike.
Yeah,
he was like, hey Mike, did you hear the new fucking Necro Coogee Rap album? And I was like, what? Like, and he like I bought the CD like that day. Yeah, killer shit. Like,
it's crazy.
But yeah, man, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really don't know what else to plug other than just
none of your socials.
I mean, like I have
Lacquer Head Twitters or nothing.
I do have a Twitter. Shit, what is my Twitter handle?
I don't blame you. I don't use that shit. Even that shit is like.
If you wanna, let's see. If you wanna follow me, because I do a metal page on Facebook called Distortion Please.
Yeah.
And if you look for it on Facebook, the actual like search engine itself, it's like Distortion PLZ. So that's the one on Facebook.
I'm gonna link it on the thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Awesome. I have my Instagram, which is Lacquer_Head 210, all lowercase. Lacquer like the paint thinner, for painting.
I gotta be the sponsorship you chase. I know you don't want sponsorship.
Fuck, right?
We can get like some fucking
like
paint thinner. Probably badass.
Like a paint thinner sponsorship. Like lacquer. Like wood varnish and all that. Yeah. That's I have an Instagram. I really just post tapes and snacks and shit like that, and what I'm listening to generally. And I have a Twitter that I'm never really on, and I think it's also Lacquer Head 210. I don't. I think I'm really bad at social media, like when it comes to like the personal sense.
Yeah.
Like, cause like Instagram, I'm posting like I'll normally post
pictures and shit.
Yeah, like
a bit easier.
Yeah, it's easier because like I can do things a little more regularly there. But how do I even go home? There we go. Yeah, okay. It's Lacquer Head. It's Lacquer Head. It's the same way as the Instagram, except the L and the H are capitalized. So. Yeah, I have 21 followers.
There you go. Yeah, like
just found that out today.
If it wasn't for the fact I make stuff, like I probably wouldn't even be on these things. Like they're just.
Yeah, like I don't. The only thing I pay attention to with social media is because like I'm not exactly a promoter in like the full sense. Like I've definitely done a lot to help out. But I mean, if I'm on Facebook, I'm usually just like posting about a show, like, hey, go to this, because like. Yeah, that's just, or obviously doing the Distortion Please thing.
Yeah.
trying to get metal and stuff out there to people because metal's cool. I think, even though I post some ludicrous shit on there, but yeah, I mean, I'm not good at Twitter.
I don't want to talk too much about this because we're about to end it, but yeah, like we mentioned the Dream Theater before. That's what I did day one in Denver. Like I saw them on Halloween on Halloween day. I saw them at Paramount over there. There's Images and Words 25th anniversary tour.
Yeah.
So I think for people of the time who got into Dream Theater, that this is probably like the perfect tour because a lot of us probably don't like any of their new stuff.
Yeah.
So you get the first set, which is some like not going that old because it is an Images World Tour, but some of the older stuff that is maybe 2005 plus, ahead. Yeah. Bouncing around, and then they did one B-side song like that, which is cool. Like a song that's like not even released. It's only you're probably only gonna know if you're a fanboy.
Yeah.
But then set B is the whole Images and Words, which is so weird hearing "Pull Me Under" in the middle of a set these days, because that's like an encore song for them because it's the song,
Yeah. That's fuck.
But hearing the album was great, and then the encore has changed the seasons, which is ridiculous too. Because that song was originally written for Images and Words, but the record label told them, "Hell no, hell no, you're not doing 2 discs to all this insanity going on."
Yeah. That's sick.
But it was a cool. Denver stood up the whole time, which was cool. But I just got off the plane. I was super fucking tired, so I was like, I like this band, but I gotta sit. So I would just like every other like couple of minutes, I was just like take breaks. So I'm I'm just fucking dead. I'm done right now. I ain't sleep or nothing.
Yeah, that's how. That's how it was. Because Melissa and I went and saw Primus. Yeah, when they were just here. Yeah, and like. We watched the first set, which was like all old material. Yeah. And then the second set was like that new album they just put out, the Saturating 7, which is about like a children's book about goblins and shit, stealing the rainbow. I don't know, weird. Whatever. It's an Italian guy that wrote it. Yeah. Seems like a cool concept though, but it's a great record. But they played that. It was like set 1 was old shit, and then set 2 was that album. But like it was at the hell? Sunken Gardens, is that it? Right? Yeah. Okay. The one right there behind the behind the Wells Fargo building there on
I think so.
What is that? Off of 281 right there? Yeah. But like, it's a fucking amphitheater. So like we were just sitting down watching that because, we had stood for the whole fucking classic stuff. I was
so looking forward because I'm like, I had Dream Theater, I'm gonna totally be able to sit because Tobin was sitting the whole time.
Yeah, I believe that.
And Denver was like, nah, man, we is standing the whole
we
show.
Are fans.
And I was like, God damn, dude, I usually would like this, but I'm just really tired right now.
Yeah.
I just really
I can't do it anymore. Yeah.
It's just like, but yeah, man. Any last words?
Thank you.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, man.
Well, that's it, man. Bake that chicken, smoke that turkey, boosh.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Boom.
ALR Boosh. Diary of a Boosh. Part 1. Should I stay or should I go? I don't know. So I spit it in a rap flow. Ayo. What am I doing in Denver? Passing the time until I remember. Feeling like Lacquer Head gone to November. Mom prays I'm back for December. Cause I left on a whim, left the house to my next of kin. Frustrating game of life not winning. Funny my family told me I was killing. Cause I write rhymes when I make Instagram posts every time. Every picture works on the craft, lyrics whack, okay as long as I make you laugh. But a one way to Colorado, curve edge or Desperado. Means they live like no tomorrow. Hit up Drew for a couch to borrow.
Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know. Up here in the same flow, I'ma sound like an asshole. I'm real repetitive, yo. Life giving me them blows, not them good ones, though. More like ludicrous elbow. Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know. Up here in the same flow, I'ma sound like an asshole.
Dream Theater Halloween in Denver, change the seasons, night to remember. Black box, local dubstep crew, bass drops, you know what to do. Past 2 a.m. Tom's Diner, burgers and shakes, nothing finer. Bar stand the next night, house beach while drinking Sprite. No mind, Josh Butler, England. Friend advice told me to see them. International artists for the weekend. Walking the boat, no speeding. Experience is what I'm here for, but honestly, I just hit a board. Chill mode, like I'm at the resort. sore. Nothing else?
Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know, of hearing the same flow. I'ma sound like an asshole. I'm real repetitive, yo. Life giving me them blows, not them good ones, though. More like ludicrous elbow. Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know, of hearing the same flow. I'ma sound like an asshole.
Back in SA now, life, where will it take me? Wow, where do I wanna go? Better question to ask myself, yo. Rap flow, my diary, hey. Rest of my songs might be this way. Rap to keep my head on straight. Real shots, no head on fakes. Will I do what it takes to make myself really, really great? Will I crumble, pressure too great? In love with the need to create? Makes me feel real good. Used to have regrets, wish I could. Nowadays I do the thing, going after what my heart sings.
Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know, of hearing the same flow. I'ma sound like an asshole. I'm real repetitive, yo. Life giving me them blows, not them good ones, though. More like ludicrous elbow. Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know, of hearing the same flow. I'ma sound like an asshole.